Remember this crazy old thing? Well, this just happened on Thursday. Yeah, a couple of days ago at this point, and both of those men's lives, I don't know if they knew at the time how inexorably different they would be after this podcast took place. Like, I'm sure Alex knew that it was going to be wild, and I don't even know if Kanye knew. That's Kanye under the mask, if you forgot, but I don't even know if Kanye knew how different the world would be after that 3-hour long ranting session. And well, it's not good. So first and foremost, we're going to tackle what's going on with Alex Jones. And it kind of sucks to say this, but I don't know if he was doing that for just kind of a last hurrah, but oh man, I really don't want to see him go away, and that's 100% for true. I've been saying this ever since we started talking about him whenever he became incredibly relevant, at least the stuff that I like to talk about. I've been listening to Alex Jones on and off, for pure entertainment's sake, and every once in a while, just to hear one of those prophecies that eventually ends up coming true. Alex Jones is right is not a meme because it's catchy. Alex Jones is right is a meme because it's, reflecting real life. So to see him have to file for bankruptcy protection, Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection, that's not very good, man. It's not a sign that the culture is really winning when it comes to free speech, because even Elon Musk, who, yes, we will get to kind of in this video, and then most certainly in the next video, so don't worry, we'll talk about the Twitter, all the censorship shit, but that'll be afterwards. But most people have a visceral gut reaction to whenever his name is brought up. Oh, he's that guy who lied and basically killed those kids at Sandy Hook. That's how far the media spin has gotten out of control whenever it comes to discussing Alex Jones and InfoWars. And no, like I said, I've been watching him on and off again for probably 2015 was when it really popped up in the zeitgeist. And yeah, I don't watch it religiously. I don't watch it all the time, okay? Even when he was on all the mainstream platforms, okay? Like, it's just not my type of thing. I like to research the news. I like to get all the information. I just don't like to filter it through any other talking heads so that my talking points don't end up getting jaded by other people's perspectives. I like to give it to you fresh and raw and 100% authentically me. But of course, if he has interesting guests on, I'll pay attention to what Alex is talking about. And yes, obviously the Kanye West thing, that was a big thing. But like I said, maybe it was the last hurrah. Let's get into this. Alex Jones filed for bankruptcy on Friday after he was ordered to pay about $1.5 billion for his comments about the 2012 Sandy Hook shooting. Yeah, comments. $1.5 billion. And like that shit ended up getting, or people were seeking upwards of now $2.75 trillion. God, all this shit is so fucking stupid. Like, for that amount of money, you should be able to just go kick a couple of kids, you'd think. Jesus. A filing from Jones said that he has between $1 million and $10 million in assets, between $1 billion and $10 billion in liabilities. Yeah, we know where the additional liabilities are coming from, because there was the Connecticut judgment. That was the 1.5, and then I forget the total. I thought it was somewhere in on and around $500 million for the Texas one, and I thought that there was another outstanding case on top of all that stuff too. So I guess, yeah, that's the error bars that he's dealing with, because frankly, doesn't quite know, because all of the judgments, judgment implies that there was a fair court of law that was thrust upon him, and we kind of know the fact that the judges, both of those female judges that went up there, and it's like, what she said was reprehensible, and I'll just say that you're guilty on this one, and then we'll just have this trial, this show trial, where you can't talk about certain things. We'll just have it for damages. And it's like, fucking what? But all right, the extent of Jones' personal wealth is not clear according to the filing. Yeah, because he's had to go through quite a few different things, including a divorce. Like, if anybody thinks that he built this InfoWars empire and he's just printing money, he's making the globalist money machine go brrr, it's not quite like that. I, Alexander E. Jones, the debtor in the above-styled bankruptcy proceedings, state under penalty of perjury and pursuant to 11 U.S.C., yes, citing all the codes and shit, that I have no balance sheet, statements or operations, or cash flow statement, it further states. Oh, okay. Attached document says attorney Vicky L. Driver, who filed a bankruptcy petition for Jones, was being paid $500,000 for legal services, holy, and was paid $48,193 to file the petition on Friday. Comes as months after, yes, Jones' primary company, Free Speech Systems, filed for bankruptcy protection. Several of his other companies, InfoWars, Planet, and IW Health, filed for bankruptcy in April. No! Where are you going to get super male vitality or good water filters anymore? God damn it, 48-year-old Jones. He's only 48? I thought he was older. Just a tough life of eating red meat and yelling at the top of your lungs and trying to save the world from globalist ne'er-do-wells. I'll put some lines on your forehead. Was ordered to pay some $1.4 billion in Connecticut. It's like, how would he even come up with that much money? That is such an unfathomable amount of money for most people. Like, how many billionaires are in the world? What is there, like 100 to 200? Like, it's a very exclusive club. And guess what? As scary as Alex Jones is, he can't just make that. He can't come up with $1.4 billion. Oh, it was only 50 million. Sorry, in the separate case from Texas, whose family say they were harmed by his claims about Sandy Hook mass shooting. Harmed to the tune of $50 million. Okay. Jones and his lawyer said he will appeal both cases. Yeah, this is all, like, these are just lawsuits and these are motions that if the appeals are handled as well as the initial trials were handled, yeah, he's going to have to find some way to, I don't know, protect him and his people somehow, some way. But this is ultimately, like, this is the next progression when it comes to censorship, okay? We'll just kick you off all the platforms, okay? And then we'll slander you with something, kind of objectionable that you've said in the past whenever it's politically expedient for us. And then, then we'll just bankrupt you. Ta-da! There he is, once again. One of the first people. It's either him or Milo. Milo kind of, pour gasoline on the fire. Alex Jones, on the other hand, just took a look at the rubble and then realized, oh fuck, I can rebuild here. I think he did it a little bit better, but regardless, this was ultimately always going to end up happening to him because these statements happened 3-4 years even before his deplatforming, before he ended up getting a lot of mainstream attention. Because Alex Jones, he was the humble water filter merchant, okay? He was the guy who was yelling about turning the frickin' frogs gay. I'm sick of it! In what? A goofy little studio in Austin? He was still doing good work, and he was still being a human meme machine, but it wasn't until Trump that this ended up happening. I forget. There was a poll on Twitter earlier today that I responded to, and I forget who was running it. There was 4 different choices. It might have been Jason Whitlock. Just aside. But anyways, he said, in 20 years' time, who is going to have the most cultural impact when it comes to disrupting the mainstream? Something to that effect. I'm paraphrasing. There were 4 different choices, okay? Elon Musk, Donald Trump, Alex Jones, Kanye West. I could have brought up my response to it, but I said Trump. And it's like, without Trump, Alex Jones doesn't get the same amount of media attention. He still would have continued to do something. Maybe he would have latched on to something else. It's hard to really say, especially how famous he got doing all the Trump stuff or being linked to Trump. That doesn't happen without the ascendance of Trump. Now, Elon Musk, he'd still be out there staring at the stars, okay, trying to dig different tunnels underneath major metropolitan cities. Who knows if he ever enters the cultural space in the biggest context that he is right now. And then as for Kanye West, he's still probably been looked at just kind of funny, but he never would have put on the red hat and the media spotlight wouldn't have been as bright without the linchpin that was Trump, okay? But speaking of Kanye, he did something that, man, like you could see, or you could say what I've been doing over the past few weeks, ever since he started to really pop off. Oh, you're a Kanye apologist. Oh my God, he's an anti-Semite. It's like, no, we're just looking at his statements and what he's doing, and I don't agree with anybody who's just trying to label him an anti-Semite. He's inarticulate. I think he's a really brilliant guy. It's just, he's all emotions, and that's, like, again, this whole Kanye 20, or Ye 24, sorry. Like, okay, him leaving Tim Pool after Tim Pool, and I'll go down to my dying day saying that Tim Pool's a shitty fucking host, and he deserved that walk-off that he got, and maybe it was a little bit of a cover because he just got fucking roasted on Friday by his former co-host, Adam Krigler. So yeah, bring 3 of the most inflammatory people onto your podcast, get some spice off of that, and everybody forgets about your own personal drama a couple of days later. Wild how that was Monday, and then the Alex Jones interview was Thursday, and now he's kicked off Twitter. How do you get kicked off Elon Musk's fucking Twitter? Well, by posting a swastika. Bro, like, again, okay, whenever he said, I love Hitler, okay, I'm not, something about Nazis and stuff like that. I love everybody. That's his general message. If you want to run, if you want to be taken seriously, running for president, you have to be more articulate than that, okay? Like Trump, he is no great linguist, okay? He doesn't quite hold a candle to, yes, they slipped the grasp of the world and touched and kissed the lips of God. Not quite as good with the English language as the likes of Ronald Reagan, but he at least knew not to come out and try to heap praise on the Nazis. Like, oh my God, like, okay, there's so many axioms out there in history. You can always learn from your enemies, okay? Not everybody's 100% evil. There's good things that they do, blasey, all that stuff. If you want to get that hyperbolic, that's about as far as you need to go, but unironically trying to make a statement that Hitler wasn't such a bad guy. Like, if you don't throw, he made the trains run on time, you don't throw a hack joke on the end of it, people are going to take that shit the wrong fucking way. Not everybody is willing to give you the benefit of the doubt. Search out the fuller context on top of that. Nobody's going to vote for a guy who's like, Adolf, my guy, make sure to cast your vote in 2024. Not going to fucking work out all that well, okay? But now, well, I would argue Milo's plan's completely fucking complete. He tried to use Ye and his connection to Trump. He tried to associate him with his other boy, Nick Fuentes, and now guess what? They're all kicked off all of the fucking platforms, okay? I really hope, like, Kanye finds better people to hang around with, because you are the sum of the 5 people that you spend the most time with, okay? If you hang around with 5 millionaires, the likelihood of you becoming the 6th millionaire is quite high. If you hang around with 5 people who are canceled off of all platforms, chances are you'll end up posting a swastika and getting your fucking account taken down. Now, I was pointing that out, okay, during the recap of the Alex Jones interview. I thought, ooh, you might be pressing it just a little bit when it comes to handing your phone over and then having other people, tweet on your account, okay, pretending to be you, but then having it directly on video. It's like, we know that there is some sort of a connection, that they have conversations outside the confines of just simple public tweets between Elon Musk and Ye. Okay, they're associates. I don't know if they're friends or anything like that, but Ye was flaunting that relationship. Okay, he was trying to go just a step a little bit too fucking far, and then he ended up catching some fucking justice on you, man. And it's like, you can't do that type of stuff, okay? You can have a good relationship, okay? If you start to abuse that, well, the only way that anybody stays in power is if they know that your word is law. And if you keep making just little exceptions for different people that are out there, nobody's going to take you seriously. Everybody's going to walk over you. And that's not Musk's style. I understand it. Again, my whole absolutist speech standard. And it's like, you post a picture of a swastika merged with a Star of David. It's like, I know what you're trying to go for, but you're pushing it just a little bit too fucking far. And eventually, the sword had to come out, my guy. Elon Musk confirmed on Friday that Kanye West's Twitter account has been suspended shortly after the rapper posted a swastika merged with a Star of David and shared private messages between the two. Yeah, that's blatantly against the terms of service, okay? I thought it would have been impersonation. I didn't know if it was anything, because it's like, okay, I'm pretty sure by just about every single, like, this isn't an ACLU, one of these compromised activist networks that have the swastika designated a hate symbol. It's like, it's pretty well fucking known, okay? You can always say, it's a Tibetan good luck charm. You just see it's flipped around the other way. Or whatever the WEF is trying to do with their, new branding on their new project. No fucking weirdos. But why on earth? Why? What would possess you? It's like everybody around you is cringing, okay? The only people that are probably clapping you on is the dumbass in the fucking baggy blue hoodie, and then the Richard Spencer wannabe in the green room who's just not on camera all the time, is just going, yes, take down Trump. We get it. We fucking get it. Twitter's chief executive was responding to a Twitter user who had asked the businessman to fix Kanye, please, after the rapper's account was shut down. Fix Kanye. Yep, get him some better friends. Just say that. Nothing against those folks. It's just, we're seeing what spending a lot of time with the likes of Fuentes and Milo is doing to Kanye's psyche, and it's not good. It's really not good. I tried my best. Despite that, he again violated our rule against incitement to violence. Account will be suspended. I'd imagine that's probably what posting the hate images would be under. West, whose legal name is Ye, had earlier posted a photo of Twitter of a swastika merged with a Star of David, the symbol of Judaism. Yeah, it wasn't quite. I seen a screenshot, I seen a caption of it, and I'm not going to risk it on YouTube because, again, 2 strikes in the background, and we all know who runs the media, right? So I'm not showing it right now, okay? But yes, you want to bring, both groups together. You want to be, I don't know, the Gandhi of 1940s Germany. I fucking get it, okay? But it's not a winning platform that you're running on, and now you don't even have the means to promote that platform. This will also be a big test, okay? Because if Kanye West is suspended for a couple of policy violations, what is Elon going to do now? Because is this a permanent suspension? Okay, are you going to be rethinking this type of stuff where it's okay for a certain amount of time and then you get your account reinstated? Like, what are we looking at here? Okay, because that was another thing. It's like, it's so fucking weird to consider that somebody, even back under the old regime, you say a couple of objectionable things on Twitter and then you don't have access to the town square for conversation anymore. Like, people can go to jail, okay, for killing somebody, get out in 20 years time and be rehabilitated back into the society that they removed one person from permanently. But on Twitter, it's for fucking life, for everything, with no hope of parole. You can continue to file appeals off into the ether, and then they just got summarily digitally shredded. We'll see what happens here, because, well, there's gonna have to be some sort of a conversation that's like, okay, is Elon Musk gonna continue with the permanent suspension policy for people who break the law and go as far as you can with the written word? Well, there's another conversation, okay? The people who blatantly break the laws, yeah, I would argue, okay, this would be my solution if I was running this, okay? And again, I'm just positing an idea. People who blatantly break the law, okay, off the platform for a certain amount of time. They come back and they do it again, then you're gone. One chance, then you're out. Okay, that's fine. But policy violations, I don't know how you run that, man. Those should be temporary suspensions and escalating length, okay, but how much is too much? Those are questions for people actually running the platform. Well, let's get Musk's opinion on this, because this is just one guy's take on this, okay? Musk was responding to the latter post. Oh, that was from Endeavor CEO Ari Emanuel. He probably has a vested interest, I would gather, saying that, let's always remember this is my final tweet. Oh, okay, I seen that as well before his account got taken down. That was that unflattering picture of Elon Musk with the weird kind of fat gut and stick legs and just a pasty complexion on a boat with, I don't know, I guess that was Ari Emanuel. All right, cool. Well, Musk was on holiday. What, he's not allowed to go on vacation with Jews? They know where all the best beaches are, for Christ's sakes. Musk responded to the latter post saying that is fine, before noting the former, this is not. Okay, good to know. That's the line, okay? Just clarifying that his account is being suspended for incitement to violence, not an unflattering picture of me being hosted by Ari. Frankly, I find those pics should be helpful motivation to lose weight. What a good dude, okay? West's account now states that it has been suspended by Twitter and links to a help center page, which you can use to learn more. Yeah, all this stuff, okay? I don't know if we really need to go over the rest of the stuff that, Ye was saying. We talked about it extensively at this fucking point in time. Hopefully this is a point of inflection for him, because he's drawn the ire of the 2 most politically relevant people right now. Well, the ire of one, and then kind of ended up inciting something that should have been happening a long time ago. But just follow me for a second on this one, okay? Because, oh my God, thank God somebody had to say it finally, okay? And it was good old Uncle Joe to come out there and say that Hitler was a bad guy. He was a demonic figure. Like I said, somebody had to say it. Thank God Joe had something to say. Joe Biden condemns Hitler as a demonic figure after Kanye West's anti-Semitic interview. Silence is complicity. Cool, thanks. Nazis bad. Thanks, Joe. You're a great leader. Okay. But this statement from Trump, I know he's lended support and said that what is happening directly to those January 6 defendants, the ones who were still awaiting trial over a year, just about 2 years later, which is so batshit fucking crazy, I don't even know where to begin. But one of the things that Kanye was saying, I'm pretty sure that was on the Timcast interview, but I've at least seen him espouse this idea multiple times whenever Trump is brought up in the conversation. One of the points that I definitely agree with him on is that he should be doing more. He should be making statements on behalf of those people, because what is being done to them is completely and totally wrong. Like, that is so ridiculous. Okay, what? Trespassing? Okay, cool. Oh, the head of the Oath Keepers ended up getting committed in a Washington, D.C. court, okay, of a conspiracy to commit sedition. What does that mean? Oh, he had a couple of beers over, hey, the government sucks. Oh, that's an insurrection. And it's like, just fucking stop. He was never going to get a fucking fair trial in Washington. But Kanye was banging this drum, and Trump listened. See, anti-Semites still have Trump's ear. Just go simp for Ron DeSantis. I'm tired of you at this fucking point. Former President Donald Trump released a video Thursday that expressed solidarity with individuals who entered the U.S. Capitol on January 6th as part of a fundraising effort for families of individuals who will face federal charges in connection to the incident. Wow, that's actually fucking great. People have been treated unconstitutionally. It's not my thing. I don't like it at all. The Constitution's there for a reason. It shouldn't happen. Never gonna happen, in my opinion, and very, very unfairly. And we're going to get to the bottom of it. The big, juicy, delicious bottom of it. We can't have it happen. Not here. He said in a clip, it's our weaponization of the Justice Department, and we can't let this happen in our country. We've never seen anything like this at all levels. Saying that individuals in the government have skipped over being socialism. Okay. He added that our country is going communist. Okay, cool. That's not grammatically correct. Maybe it is in the context of that statement, but whatever. And we'll try to get justice for the people that are in prison and are being tormented. Reports indicate that Trump was releasing the video on behalf of the Patriot Freedom Project, which describes itself as a nonprofit organization for providing legal, financial, mental health, and spiritual support for individuals and their families who are being subject to weaponized justice system. Which is, yeah, no, that sounds incredibly great, because I just can't fucking imagine at all why on earth all of this shit hasn't been dealt with outside of the whole political context of my January 6 hearings and all that shit. And those are going to be wrapped up real fucking soon. Like, bro, most of the time, what you're catching these people on? Aggravated trespassing. Ooh. Cool, give them a ticket and let them go about their life, okay? You've ran your narrative into the ground. Nobody fucking cares about this stuff anymore. And I don't know, maybe this was in the works for a long time, but it's very opportunistic timing, given the fact that Trump's name was run through the mud when the story broke about 2 weeks ago's dinner at Mar-a-Lago, and then Trump being connected to Kanye, and then Kanye just, spiraling out into the universe, and then Trump just trying to recenter on his base. It's like, okay, don't pay attention to any of that stuff. The January 6 defendants, though, that's a winning cause for the base, because, yes, remind people of the corrupt Department of Justice system, when at the same time there's a whole bunch of investigations that are going to be out there. And there's going to be a fuck of a lot more now that Elon Musk is spilling the tea when it comes to Twitter. And we're going to be talking about that real fucking soon. By the time that I edit this, I don't know how long it's going to be. Just give me about 30 minutes to an hour and it'll be up. Okay. All right. With all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.